Just a quick disclaimer to hopefully avoid copyright strikes. The quality on some of these clips is absolute crap, so try to ignore that, I guess. Hey everyone, it's Sam from My Great Movie Ride, and something I haven't discussed on this channel yet is that I'm an American who now lives in Scotland, and an underrated perk of that is that I can now watch the BAFTA Awards live. The BAFTA Awards, or British Academy of Film and Television Arts, we're only focusing on film, are basically the British Oscars. They're a staple of award season, and I love them. I love award season. Okay, well, I both love and love to hate it. I gleefully mock the insultingly twee Oscar bait dramas and ongoing industry BS that we somehow still haven't moved past. Check out Be Kind Rewind for that. She's basically the definitive Oscar channel. And yet, I can never look away. I look forward to award season every year. And since I now have my own YouTube channel, I figured for my first full-length video, the compilation doesn't count, I thought I'd list my BAFTA picks. Just a few words of warning, I haven't seen all of the nominees yet, and there's a good chance I won't get to them before the awards. For the ones I've seen, I'm judging based on whether I like them or not. For the ones I haven't, I'm either going by the amount of hype behind them, or just randomly guessing. Think of it like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
So, starting off for Best Film, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Tar. So, these three are the only ones I've seen so far. But even then, there's really no contest. Everything Everywhere All at Once. This wasn't just my favorite movie of 2022, but it might actually now be one of my favorite movies of all time, period. And you better believe I'll do an episode on it eventually. It features brilliant performances, especially from Michelle Yeoh and Ke Huy Quan, a beautifully weird and exciting story, great action scenes, and without giving anything away, the ending made me sob. This is my pick for the BAFTAs, SAGs, Spirit Awards, and Oscars. Outstanding British Film, Aftersun, Banshees, Brian and Charles, Empire of Light, which has been marketed so much it's honestly hilarious, and sad how little awards attention this one's getting. Good Luck to You, Leah Grand, Living, Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical, love it. See How They Run, The Swimmers, and The Wonder. Brian and Charles I saw in the cinema and I liked at the time, but the more it sat with me, the less I like it. They kind of give up on the mockumentary format halfway through, but then abruptly come back to it at the end, which felt kind of inconsistent. And shoehorning in this cartoonishly evil family just felt really cliche and unnecessary, so not my pick. Matilda the Musical I absolutely adored. I genuinely think it's one of the best movie musicals of recent memory, though I haven't seen the original Broadway and West End show, so my opinion might change once I eventually see that. That said, while it's my favorite out of the ones I've seen in this category, I kind of have a suspicion they're not going to give the BAFTA to this. I don't know why, I don't know. They don't seem to really like kids' movies. And that's true for all of the awards, SAG, Oscars, you name it. So I'm going to give this one to Aftersun. That one just seems to have the most hype around it, but I might be wrong. Moving on, outstanding debut by a British writer, director, producer. Aftersun, Charlotte Wells, Blue Jean, Georgia Oakley, Helene Sriff, sorry, I'm going to mispronounce that, Electric Melody, Marie Leiden, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that too. I'm going to do that a lot. Sorry. Good Luck to You, Leo Grant, Katie Brand, and Rebellion, Maya Kenworthy. This one I'm torn between Good Luck and Aftersun. Both seem to have a lot of hype behind them. And Blue Jean too. Aftersun. Best film not in the English language. Probably a lock, but got All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Corsage, Decision to Leave, The Quiet Girl. All Quiet on the Western Front. Best documentary. This one's a little complicated. All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, Moonage Daydream, and Navalny. So these two are actually the only ones I've seen so far. I do plan to see All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, but this is kind of tough. On one hand, Fire of Love, a documentary about French volcanologist and real-life couple Maurice and Katya Croft, is a fascinating and tragic documentary that I highly recommend. It's streaming right now on Disney Plus under the National Geographic section. But on the other hand, Moonage Daydream, the first movie about David Bowie to be officially sanctioned by his estate, is a beautiful kaleidoscopic celebration of the late icon and his music. It was a bit overlong, in my opinion, but just for originality, I'm gonna give it to this one. Moonage Daydream gets Best Documentary on my admittedly meaningless list. Best Animated Film, also no contest, it's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This movie was everything I was hoping it would be, and more. Shape of Water is probably still my favorite Del Toro film, but this is an extremely close second. This is a masterpiece in every sense of the word. However, I did still really like Turning Red, and I wanted to go see Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, but for some strange reason, it will not be released in the UK until February of this year. Moving on to Best Director, we have Edward Berger, All Quiet on the Western Front, Martin McDonagh, Banshees of Inisherin, Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave, Daniels, that's Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Todd Field for Tar, and Gina Prince Bythewood for The Woman King. This one, also easy choice, Daniels. And same for Best Original Screenplay. Definitely. That said, though, this category has the only nomination for The Fablemans. Like, what the hell? What did Steven Spielberg ever do to you, British Academy of Film and Television Arts? So for Best Adapted Screenplay, a little tougher. I haven't seen any of these yet. The Whale hasn't been released in the UK at time of recording. I wanted to see She Said at first. Not really anymore. Just Google it. This one probably All Quiet on the Western Front. It's the biggest name, and it seems to have a lot of hype behind it. Best Actress, though, another one, easy choice. You probably know what it is by now. Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Maybe there is something out there, some new discovery that will make us feel like even small pieces of shit. Something that explains why you still went looking for me through all of this noise. And why? No matter what, I still want to be here with you.
Fingers crossed. But still nothing for Michelle Williams. Best Actor, though, I think is a bit of a toss-up. So who have we got here? Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for Banshees, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Daryl McCormick, Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, Paul Mescal, Aftersun, and Bill Nye for Living. So, realizing I mispronounced his name, Brendan Fraser was the frontrunner for a while, I think. But just since he won at the Golden Globes, I'm going to give it to Austin Butler. Awards shows love their biopics. And he was great, to be fair.
What are they? The wiggle. The what? Them girls won't see you wiggle. Move, man.
Best Supporting Actress, Angela Bassett, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow, The Whale, Carrie Condon, Banshees, Dali DeLeon, Triangle of Sadness, Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, see another snub for Stephanie Hsu, and Carey Mulligan for She Said. This one, I think Angela Bassett. I think she's the clear front runner.
Where is her treacherous husband now? But in a place where she can visit, if she wished, mine. It's with the ancestors. I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Best Supporting Actor, I love all of these nominees, but I'm going to give this to someone who recently came out of retirement for this amazing movie, Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I know you're all fighting because you're scared and confused. I'm confused too. All day. I don't know what the heck is going on. But somehow, this feels like it's all my fault.
Best Original Score. The only ones I've seen so far are numbers 4 and 5. And while the scores for both of them were great, the music wasn't really what I remembered from Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I do remember it from Pinocchio and loved it. So I'm gonna give it to this one. So Best Casting, this is a recent category that was added, I think in 2019. The first winner was Joker. So I was thinking about Elvis, but then like Tom Hanks was not his best in that. So I'm going to go with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. Best Cinematography. This is another one. It's complicated. I'm tempted to give it to The Batman and maybe Elvis, just the very Baz Luhrmann of it all. I think it's probably going to be Top Gun Maverick, as I know they used a lot of groundbreaking techniques with like shooting IMAX film from the planes. So yeah, best editing though, Everything Everywhere All at Once also. I mean, really, no contest. Best Production Design, non-traditional choice, gonna go with Pinocchio. Editing Sam here, yes, I just caught it, deal with it. Best Costume Design, a lot of strong candidates here. I'm gonna go with All Quiet on the Western Front. They love their period war movies. Best Makeup and Hair. The three strongest candidates for this, I think, are The Batman, Matilda the Musical, and The Whale. I'm gonna give it to The Whale. Best Sound is always a tough one for me to predict, unless there's like a really obvious choice, like Sound of Metal, for example. Elvis. Best Special Visual Effects, not really used to that phrasing. For this one, Everything Everywhere All at Once, again. I really agree with what Amanda the Jedi said in her review of Avatar: The Way of Water. Link in description's really good. But it's basically, even though the effects in this movie are incredible and clearly have a ton of work and love poured into them, I'm ultimately more impressed by what Everything Everywhere All at Once was able to do with a very small VFX team and with comparatively limited resources at their disposal. So this gets it from me. Best British Short Animation, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, Middle Watch, and Your Mountain is Waiting. I'm going to give this one to The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. This one, first of all, the animation looks beautiful, but also this one seems to have the most exposure, most mainstream exposure. It's streaming right now on Apple TV Plus. So I think this is a safe bet, but you never know. Best British Short Film, Live Action. I haven't been able to watch any of these. I don't know if they're streaming anywhere. I'm going to give it to Bazi Gaga, though, just given its subject matter about the Rwandan genocide and who directed it. So the EE Rising Star Award, this is one the British and UK resident public, aka me, get to actually vote on online. And we got Amy Lou Wood, Daryl McCormick, Emma Mackey, Naomi Aki, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and Sheila Atim. I'm going to go with Daryl McCormick. He's actually the only nominee from this category whose work I've seen so far. I'm sad to say, because I've heard great things about the other nominees, and I haven't even watched his breakout role, which is Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. I do plan to watch it, maybe when I'm visiting family in the States, because it's a Hulu original there, and Hulu is only in America for some reason. He is, however, really good in the Apple TV Plus show Bad Sisters, and he seems to really fit the bill of a rising star, so he gets my vote. And there we go. 25 nominees, 25 picks. You can watch the BAFTAs live on BBC iPlayer in the UK on February 19th, and check your local listings if you're outside the UK and you'd like to watch them. I'll post a YouTube short the day after, going through the ones I got right and wrong. Congratulations to all of the nominees, and let me know what your picks are in the comments. See you there.